Okay, so today here at Fermenting TV, we are at the Buchi Kombucha Brewery, and I'm so excited to be here and to meet up with Sarah, and she's going to show us through her brewery and talk to us about when we can expect her bottles back on Queensland's retail shelves. So let's head in and meet up with Sarah.
Shipping these around the country. You can see how alive they are.
You can see all the bubbles in there.
Make me really happy when I see that gurgling away.
Yeah. And what flavours have you got on the pipeline for these ones?
These are just for kids. So these are for families who want to start their own brewing.
Oh yeah, great.
And so these and lots more, so we can grow those ones. But what have we got? Normally with our kefir we do a ginger and we do a galangal frass.
Yeah.
So whatever's in season largely, anything from the Gold Coast up to the Sunshine Coast. We'll work with farmers and get whatever seasonal
Right.
from them, and we've got beautiful flavours coming through given that it's coming into summer.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And so Sarah, talk about what's happening over in here.
So
Bubbling
this is
station.
where we steep our tea, all of our teas. We steep everything certified organic here, so it's a certified organic brewery. And here is where we steep our certified organic teas. It's usually a blend of black and green. And then we've got a heat exchanger which drops it down very quickly to quite a room temperature tea. And at that point we then add it to our scobies or our symbiotic colonies of bacteria and yeast. I'll show you them upstairs.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
The recall that happens. I heard you talk on ABC Radio, but if you want to tell people
so
a
the
little bit.
recall is largely, we've been brewing at National Food Standard laws, which is 1.15. Kombucha generally sits around the 1% mark, naturally brewed.
Yep.
We, though, in Queensland and Victoria as well, have a 0.5 alcohol level.
Yeah,
and
right.
it's a bylaw.
Yep.
And so in that case, we got pulled off the shelves mainly because we were around the 1.15 rather than 0.5%.
Yeah.
Which means that the brew is not a natural brew; it becomes a very scientific brew. So we have to kind of play around.
It's not a wild ferment.
It's not a wild.
Yeah.
Brewed naturally, no carbonation. So anyone who's brewing at 0.5%, it has to be carbonated.
Wow.
Pretty much, like it becomes a scientific brew. You have to muck around with the yeast and get rid of a lot of the yeast, etc. So it's not, sadly, a natural ferment, unfortunately.
And that loses a lot of the natural probiotics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, for us, kombucha is just one of those naturally occurring ferments that is in perfect balance. And so when the recall happened and all the laws changed and so forth, it means that we're actually brewing quite differently now. So it's something we have to do. We're applying for a liquor license, so we'll be able to still sell our 1% kombucha, the natural ferment, but we'll also do a 0.5% brew as well.
And does that have to does it have to have on the label?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's
and
like
it can only be
America now,
sold in
isn't it?
certain places.
Okay, right.
So.
And so does that mean that there, if there's a lot of little micro niches of people who brew and then sell, that would really obviously affect them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. It affects anyone. Like if anyone is just naturally brewing, and we support brewers everywhere. Buchi's always been a really open ferment house. We support fermenters all across the country. But it is a reminder that if you're fermenting small scale, selling at markets or whatever, you may slip under the radar, but you may not as well. So it is something to be mindful of, that food standards or Queensland Health or any of the authorities can come in and test your kombucha. Or I'm not just talking about kombucha, it could be water kefir, it could be ginger beer, it could be any beverage. And most of those beverages sit more than 0.5%.
Yeah,
so it's
right.
something that we all as fermenters have to be really mindful of in terms of our brews. Which is a bit sad.
It is a bit sad. Yeah. Okay, should we head upstairs? And you are the other part of Buchi?
Director of Buchi, kombucha. So.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so show us what's happening in here.
There's probably not a lot. This is a
Wow.
this one's been drained, but this is a beautiful. So that's a SCOBY ready to be refed. This is American oak. Used to be a Merlot barrel. Smells delicious.
Yeah, it does smell really amazing in here.
If you have sinusitis or blocked nose, then just put your head inside the barrel. But that one's, that's a beautiful specimen of SCOBY, very healthy, waiting for some more sweet tea, and where she goes again.
And so you put...
So stick tea down there, those are just premixes, so we brew in the barrels up here until the kombucha's ready. Then we'll go around and we'll pick those which are right to be harvested.
Yeah.
And then Cool will be down in tick. And then we'll, based on the flavour profile, we'll determine which flavours they're best to go with. And from there, we get pump them into the 1,000-litre tanks where we'll add whatever roots, fruits, or elixirs we want to put with them to get the balance right, the flavour right.
Yeah.
And then we open the floodgates and harness the beautiful free benefits of gravity and just have it cascade down to the bottling line downstairs.
Wow, that's awesome. And that's really interesting that you don't predetermine the flavour, so you wait to see what it tastes like coming out of here. And
yeah. So, for example, buchi mama, where we're not adding any additional flavours. We want to make sure we pick the most delicious kombuchas out of the lot, and particularly if you put a new barrel down, then you get all the cherry oaky notes from the previous carnation. There's a couple of whiskey barrels up there as well too. Pretty interesting flavour.
Yeah.
But each barrel is its own little microcosm of bacteria, so it's got its own characteristics. So there's no two barrels the same.
All right, and so people can come to here, the brewery, to buy from you, and also Northeast Street markets. That's right.
Northeast Street, West End, soon to be the Gold Coast, Palm Beach, Surf Club, Central Coast, and then we'll be out in the shop shelves again pretty soon, in a matter of weeks.
We're looking forward to that up in Cairns, that's for sure. So.
Yeah.
All right, and so just quickly, how did you guys get into this? How did you start doing it? And
for me, I guess the journey started about 4 years ago when, for whatever reason, I decided that drinking just wasn't doing it for me, like alcohol.
Yeah.
But I'd still find there'd be the odd occasion where I just feel like a drink of some sort.
Yeah.
With some sort of sophistication.
That's like Brian, yeah.
Yeah. Like water just doesn't cut it, or sparkling mineral water, or all the non-alcoholic beverages out there, just so sugary and like if you want a carbonated drink. There was just nothing that ticked the box until Sarah and I were over in the States. It was in Brooklyn that she brought a little bottle of GT kombucha and put it in my hand and said, "Try this." And I must admit, I was a bit uncertain at first, like, what the hell is this? My brain couldn't figure it out. But by the time I got to the end of the bottle and I read the label, it just ticked all the boxes. It was a yeasty ferment, it was low alcohol, it was a probiotic, it was a detoxifier. It was something that I could share with my family at a mealtime, and it really did feel like that because it's a yeasty ferment. It felt like a drink that matches the occasion. So everywhere we went from there on, I was like, all right, West kombucha. And so by the time I got back to Australia, I had a hopeless addiction, and sourced the local kombucha when I came back, and it just wasn't up to the standard that I'd grown addicted to.
Yeah.
So the brewer in me, which lay dormant, but I think was the seed was planted back in my younger days from my papa. Used to make mean home brew, and I brewed beer for a little bit as well. That inert brewer sparked back to life and was like, right, get me a SCOBY, and so I picked up SCOBY from a dude called Grubby in West End under his house and made some chickens, and that SCOBY is still floating around one of these barrels here somewhere.
Wow.
Great grandmother.
That's very cool. And so it began.
Just doing,
Buchi, we like it.
Just doing the Northeast Street markets, and then just grew from there.
Everyone wanted it. Yeah, because it's just so good. All right, we got a magic show. Yeah. Okay, Sarah, can you tell us how you got into all of this fermenting?
So I wrote a book, and I got some upstairs. I don't know if you've got a copy of my book, Chemical Free Kids.
Yeah.
So my background is in toxicology and nutrition. So I sliced and I worked on projects which sliced and diced placentas and umbilical cords. And I looked at what kind of chemicals are in newborn babies. And there's everything from food packaging to additives, preservatives, pesticides, weedicides, fungicides, etc. So I got interested in this field because I wanted to give something back to the community, and it came down to gut health. One of the best things that I could do for the community and children and future generations was addressing their gut health. And fermentation, hands down, was the best way to do it.
Yeah. Oh man, you speak the same language.
So that's how I got interested in this, and that's why we started up Booch, to actually really try and change the next generation coming through, because most of the time we grew up with dead food, and I don't want my kids or my community's kids with dead food. So
Yeah.
fermentation is the best way to get microbes into their gut, but also finding ways to heal and seal their guts, and then colonise their guts through fermentation. So that's
Okay.
how I got interested.
And where can people buy your book?
Take us
around?
Look at that. January.
He wants to get down and play.
About sharing the kids if you like. With
Toby, go have a look around.
How awesome is this? Bit of a magic show happening. So what's that going to be called?
It's a secret magazine, a beautiful magazine. I'm going to give you a copy today. They will put together a really cool book and cover and lay it out there.
Oh, great.
And it's sort of, rather than talking about all the depressive things going on, and I know there's so many hard things around health going on, it's also about acknowledging those, but also looking at the cool people that are doing such magnificent things in Australia about that. So.
Yeah, great. And you also do speaking around Australia, so people can get in touch with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So they can even get in contact with us through Buchi Kombucha, which I'm the director of Buchi Kombucha, or Buchi generally, or through chemicalfreeparenting.com.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.